And so when you sit on your ass watching Netflix, not doing anything, you are choosing to die a sooner death. Really, you're choosing to die. Do you like that? Coach Greg, and in today's video, Dana White thinks he's discovered the fountain of youth. He went to a doctor, got his DNA tested, and they told him, you got about 10.4 years to live.
They do these tests on you, and they know when you're going to die. And they're right within a month.
And you're thinking, well, how can they be that accurate? And frankly, they can't. Dana's saying they're accurate to within a month. It's a guess. But it is, in fact, a good guess, and it's based on the telomere length of your DNA. As you get older, it tends to shorten, and so they can kind of predict just how long you're going to live. And so based on how you've lived your life, obviously genetics, but also if you're smoking, overweight, obese, your VO2 max, are you doing your cardio? This is an excellent predictor of just how long you have to live.
So I went down there, they did my blood work. He said, if you keep doing what you're doing right now and you stay on this trajectory, you got 10.4 years.
And so Dana White, a multimillionaire, living the good life. No stranger to eating junk food, promoted it in weekly videos. Saying, oh, look at all this junk food. Look at all this crap. And so despite the fact he has all the money in the world, private chefs, he still chooses to eat crap. And so YOLO, you only live once. And well, that is the point. You only do live once. And so why not maximize the time you get to live? Living on this earth, it is a privilege. And if you choose to waste your time here eating crap, not doing cardio, not being fit, well, think of how sad it's going to be when one day the doctor says to you, you only have X amount of years to live.
This guy can tell me when I'm going to die and be right within a month.
That was your hook.
I became obsessed.
And so for Dana, this is a huge wake-up call. Oh my goodness, 10 years. Guy's only 53. Doesn't want to die at the age of 63. And so what did he do? Well, he listened to the doctor, said, I'm going to do every single thing that you suggest. I'm going on a crash diet, going keto, intermittent fasting.
I was like a tenth of a point away from being diabetic. He said, you do exactly what I tell you to do for 10 weeks. And I guarantee you I'll change your life.
And so he only eats from 2 in the afternoon to 7. He's not eating carbs anymore and doing lots of cardio and is obviously in a severe calorie deficit. He lost 30 pounds in 10 weeks.
How much weight have you lost, if you don't mind me
30
asking?
pounds. I feel like I'm 35 years old again.
Guy has a clearly defined six-pack, looks amazing. Not only that, I'm pretty sure that most people know the guy is not natty. I've made videos on Dana in the past. Others have also speculated Guy's probably on performance-enhancing drugs. If you look at his physique in the past, he definitely never looked natty. And based on the blood work results that he's describing, triglycerides of 800 when it's supposed to be in the 100 to 150 range? Well, to me, that is an indication Guy extremely unhealthy. Perhaps it's from the PDs, from eating the junk food, or from simply being overweight and or obese. Not only that, because he was overweight, he snored a lot, had sleep apnea, waking up in the middle of the night, vomiting, could hardly tie his shoes, had trouble bending over. The guy felt like an old man. But since losing the 30 pounds, he now says he feels 35 years of age. Feel 35 again. And so he's gone all in. He is 100% sold, and he wants to spread this message to the world. And so although I'm not a fan of keto, and neither am I of intermittent fasting, I do believe that every individual is different, and whatever works for you is what you should do. Dana is an extremely driven man. And so the truth is, 95% of diets fail. But Dana, he's probably one of the rare guys that he's actually going to be able to stick to this diet. He's lost 30 pounds in 10 weeks, which is a crash diet. It averages out to 3 pounds a week. That is too much. To lose 2 pounds a week, you have to be in a 1,000 calorie daily deficit. That to me is too difficult. For most people, they would not be able to sustain this change. And so please, don't simply copy Dana White. Don't think, hey, I want to live longer. I'm going to go on a crash diet. I'm only going to eat for 5 hours a day, go crazy on cardio, starve myself, and do that for the rest of my life. What you need to do is small, simple changes that you can do for the rest of your life.
There are essential fats that your body needs or
Yeah.
you'll die. There's essential amino acids that your body needs or you'll die.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate.
And so do you actually need carbs in your diet, as in need them? No. You don't need carbs. You need healthy fats, essential fats. You need protein to build muscle. But you don't actually need carbs. But does that mean you shouldn't eat them? No. Just because you don't need them doesn't mean they're not beneficial. Doesn't mean they can't help you in your athletic performance, to help you have better energy, to train harder than last time, to improve your testosterone levels. Quite often we see people who are on ketogenic diets having lower levels of test. I personally think that Dana White is on HRT. Think of it. He's 53 years of age. He's getting his blood work read to him for 3.5 hours. You don't think this guy is doing everything and anything to maximize his health at this point? Of course he is. And so if he has lower levels of tests, why wouldn't he be on HRT? And so perhaps he can get away with keto. But listen, you don't need to cut out all your carbs to lose weight. You don't need to intermittent fast to lose weight. What do you need? A calorie deficit. Calories in, calories out. Oh, you're wrong. I ate 2 pieces of French toast and I got diabetes. Really? You really think that's true? Trust me, I've read the messages. People send me stuff on Reddit. Do you see this? Do you see that? Shocking how moronic people seem to be in the real world. And here's the truth. If you do cardio, especially hard cardio, harder than last time, that is way better than intermittent fasting at improving your longevity, your time on this earth. Studies are very clear on increased VO2 max. That's how well your body is able to use oxygen. The more cardio you do, the better you are, the more fit you are. And so think of it. The more fit you are, the longer you're going to live. And so when I'm racing bikes, when I'm going for walks, doing cardio, I'm becoming more fit, and that is going to result in me living longer. And so when you sit on your ass watching Netflix, not doing anything, you are choosing to die a sooner death. Really, you're choosing to die. Do you like that? And so just because you're in shape and you have a six-pack doesn't mean you're maximizing your potential to live on this earth. What you need to do is both have a healthy body fat percentage and a healthy heart, measured by VO2 max. And so if you're doing one and not the other, well, congratulations, it's better than nothing. But does it not make more sense to be at a healthy body fat percentage while also being good at cardio? If you want to maximize your time on this earth, you need to do both. Not should do both, need to do both.
And now they're starting to look at stuff like intermittent fasting and how, these guys wouldn't eat until they hunted again.
Right.
And you would go out on an empty stomach and you wouldn't eat until you hunted again. All this stuff makes sense to me.
And so the benefit of intermittent fasting, where you go long periods of time without eating, is in fact autophagy. That's the eating up the use of dead cells. Well, that exact thing, autophagy, happens when you're doing extended cardio. And so who do you think is more healthy? Who do you think is going to live longer? Somebody who doesn't eat carbs, who sits on their ass all day fasting, or somebody who has a balanced diet, perhaps eating 3 to 5 meals a day with protein, lots of muscle, but also does cardio? Who do you think is going to live a longer and healthier life?
They're all pushing pills on us and trying to get us on this medication that we don't need, and it never fixes the problem. It just masks everything.
And I've always said the most important pill one could ever take in this world, it's doing cardio. If the benefits of doing cardio could be put in a pill, that person be a trillionaire. Not a million, not a billion, a trillionaire. That is just how good cardio really is in the real world.
And the other thing that's happening right now is they have keto everything. They have keto bread, so you can make sandwiches.
Yeah.
They have keto pasta. They have all this great keto food that you can eat.
And so Dana, he's got all the best keto meals in the world. He's got the chefs. He can do everything. And so if you're like Dana and you can find all the best keto recipes and you like that, by all means do it. But if you're not, get my friggin' cookbook. You don't have to be on a keto diet. These recipes are not keto, but they're high in protein, high volume, high fiber, filling for people who are big eaters. With my diet, the circle diet, notice the red circle, it's on my clothing line. All my clothes have the red circle. It's on my shorts. You can see it. It's on all the clothing, of which you can get by clicking the link in the description, as well as the Circle Diet Book and the friggin' cookbook. And remember, it boils down to calories in, calories out. Dana lost 30 pounds in 10 weeks. Personally, that's too much. What will often happen if you lose that quickly, you're going to lose muscle tissue. It's going to decrease your metabolism. What do I recommend? Perhaps 500 calorie deficit a day. That would equal to 1 pound a week. And so in 10 weeks, perhaps you only lost 10 pounds. But don't you want to lose the weight and keep it off? 95% of diets fail. And so you might be excited you lost 30 pounds in 10 weeks. That's great. But what if you then go off the diet because you're starving, have no energy, low sex drive, low testosterone levels, and so on, and you hate your life? You then go back off the diet, you regain all the weight, and this time you have even less muscle and more fat than last time. And so when you diet, really think about it. Do it the right way. Slow and steady wins the race. It's like the turtle against the hare. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
The Rock knows how long it takes to lose this weight. It took you a lifetime to put it on. It doesn't need to come off in 10 weeks. And please, don't think that you can just wait until you're 53 years of age and then in 10 weeks you can undo all the years of abuse that you've done to your body. It's not that simple.
He said, you do exactly what I tell you to do for 10 weeks. And I guarantee you I'll change your life.
If it was people just eat, drink, smoke, and be merry and say, well, at 53, I'm going to stop and I'm going to eat healthy. And in 10 weeks, I'm 35 again. It doesn't work like that. The truth is, all that damage you've done throughout the years, it compounds itself over time. Certainly, it's better late than never. It's never too late to make a change. But don't think that you can just party it up and eat what you want, be morbidly obese throughout your life. And then when you're older, when you got grandkids, hey, well, now I'll straighten it up. I'll do it when I'm old, and I'll undo all that damage. It'd be like thinking you can leave your car out in the snow and salt for 2 years, driving 100 miles an hour every single day, not taking any care of it. Then at 100,000 kilometers, you bring it in and say, tune it up. And it's as good as new. It's not like that. If you don't have the rust check, you don't constantly take care of it, the damage it's going to add up. Of course, better late than never. Better to do some care later in life than none. But doesn't it make the most sense to do it starting now? And so rather than putting this off, procrastinating, saying, yeah, Coach Greg, whatever, I'll do it when my doctor tells me I have 10.4 years to live. No, do it now. Whether you're 18 or 88, do it now. Hopefully you liked the video and you learned something and I motivated you to get off your ass and move and eat healthy, lose some weight. Remember, harder than last time supplements, so many I can't name them all. Click the link in the description and of course the cookbooks, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team. Watch the bloops, subscribe and click that freaking bell button right now. Subscribe, do it now, subscribe, click the bell button. You need the information and until next time, I am out.